Welcome to DRTSPR show. Name Dr. Tangella Shiva Prasad Reddy alias DRTSPR. Namaste, Adab, hello, and a warm welcome to Guru Tirunu B.V. Subba Rao garu. In continuation of environmental concerns, without environment, proper environment, right from Mother Earth to the skies, we don't exist. So yesterday was World Water Day. 90% of water is filled with water, of our body is filled with water. Whether we are going to preserve, conserve, sustain it for the present so that our kith and kin, wife and children can stay happily in the future, we leave it to your own enlightenment. We have done our show through Guru Garu. Today, similarly, he has reminded me, are you sleeping still? No, sir, I said, morning. I have to go for a seminar. I have to address. Meanwhile, you prepare a poster and release. Today is also another important day. Dr. Shiva Prasad Reddy, it is World Meteorological Day. And you have seen the chemical trails and all that blah, blah, blah. Whether Bill Gates has done or not, that we will leave it. But more than that, he has been very clearly pointing out the climate change is happening because of our own wrongdoings in the name of development, which is not at all sustainable. Remove forests. For example, Vikarabad, from where Musi, they take origin. Isa, Musi and Isa. And you are removing that entire forest of 2,200 acres. And it is southwesterly winds from there. They come to the Hyderabad. They sustain Hyderabad, Vikarabad, Rangareddy districts. And the water which comes from there helps Hyderabad for various needs. Not just, it will maintain the proper environment. But that has been given away to naval radar. Ocean is so far away. Forest is being taken away. High Court is confused. Leaders confused. People confused. Which type of radar and what type of technology they are using there. Something like Chennai, no one is aware. But in between, Musi beautification wants. You are cutting down the origin, and even when it joins Krishna, you have so many polluting industries, Chautupal. I'm just giving an example. How we go ahead without understanding what is. Because someone is giving you loan and every citizen has to take that loan. You want to go for beautification without removing encroachments, without stopping pollutants coming into the Musi River, and by the way of killing your own origin in Vikarabad. So this show is so important. How safe we are today and how safe we would be and how safely this planet would be there for our children, our wife and children tomorrow. Are we understanding? 1 degree rise, floods, cold, extreme heat, can you survive in this? So forward I will take and then I will show the video. Sir, please.
Namaste, Dr. Shivaprasad Reddy, and welcome to all our supporters and well-wishers and viewers of this channel. Today, being the World Meteorological Day, మొన్న ఫారెస్ట్ నిన్న వాటర్ ఇవాళ వాతావరణం ఏ విధంగా ఈ మూడు కలిసి వస్తున్నాయి, ఏ విధంగా మన్ని పర్టికులర్గా అంతర్జాతీయ సదస్సులు మళ్ళీ మళ్ళీ ఆలోచింపజేయడానికి చేస్తున్నాయి. ఇది ముఖ్యంగా గత నెల రోజులుగా గ్లోబలైజేషన్ ఏమైందో తెలియదు కానీ అమెరికా వచ్చి పడి వెస్ట్ ఏషియాలో పెద్ద ఎత్తున యుద్ధం బాంబులు వేస్తా పోయింది. దానికి తోడుగా ఇజ్రాయెల్ కూడా చేతులు కలిపింది. ఇక్కడ సడన్ గా ఒక్కసారిగా వసుధైక కుటుంబం పూర్తిగా చిన్న భిన్నం అయిపోయింది. అసలు ప్రపంచంలో శాంతి దూతలు అన్నదే లేదా? అంతకుముందు అసలు యుద్ధాలు వెళ్ళబోతున్నప్పుడు చర్చలు అన్నవి లేనే లేవా? The whole thing is going on just because the basic genetic behavior of the human being has not changed since the Stone Age. exploit the fellow being, exploit the resources. This is the main motto of the human being. On the name of literacy, they have exploited. On the name of education, they have exploited. On the name of technology, they have exploited. And today they are exploiting on the name of artificial intelligence. Who wants all that? నవ సమాజం సమ సమాజాన్ని గురించి ఎవరు మాట్లాడారు? చాలా దౌర్భాగ్యమైన పరిస్థితి. వెనిజులాలో ఉన్నటువంటి వెనిజులా ప్రెసిడెంట్ని ఆయన భార్యని కిడ్నాప్ చేసుకుపోయారు. దాని తర్వాత వచ్చి ఇరాన్ మీద పడ్డారు. ఒకప్పుడు మాట్లాడితే క్యూబా అని కొట్టేవాడు. అంటే ఐఎమ్ నాట్ బ్లేమింగ్ ది అమెరికన్ ప్రెసిడెంట్. He was right from the beginning of the same attitude and a greedy man. What happened to the goodness in the American citizens? Why American citizens are not raising their voice, expressing the solidarity to the kind of butchering is happening in the West Asia? America withdrawn from the climate change, Paris Accord. After that, Trump, he said, I don't care for the climate change at all. Why there is not even one single protest? Lobbying the president to accept that? No. Everybody wants petrol, everybody wants free rides on the cost of others. This is the attitude around the world. And this is what the so-called big brother who had a big name in the world and American standard of looting. American standard of life is not there. American standard of life is looting the rest of the world. Today, if we do not make people to get aware on this issue, the climate change issues will be aggravated more. The glaciers in the Himalayas, the third polar region, are melting rapidly. Many countries are dependent on it. Even the global climatic condition is part of it. Nobody is raising the voice. No scientist group, no civil society groups. It's a horrible thing. Particularly, Mr. Trump, he was saying veto should have been used to check the Iran's move on Hormuz. Why? Just because veto is in their hands? It's time to strengthen the United Nations. People should think that they think and just sitting on the mercy of the political leaders. No, we have to rebuild the democracy of the global forum. That is very important. 25 years, 23 years, you have fooled the people on the name of globalization, penetrated, peeped into everybody's backyard, what is available. And today, you are plundering those resources. Why I should have a visa to get into America? And why not an American have all the regulations, respect the sovereignty of all the countries? This is high time that we should discuss more on the global citizenship and we should discuss more on the equity of the global resources. We cannot just watch and become a mute observers and spectators. And beyond this, what is happening is my friend Dr. Prasad said about the forest. And now there is a move to privatize bits and pieces of the forest and hand over it to private companies. Can private companies handle this? What is that? You're creating, you are nurturing a monster on this globe on the name of corporate sector. Please think of it. Yesterday was the World Water Day. We were talking on water, women, and equity. It's time that women should enter into the policy making sector, and policy making sector has been ignored and neglected for decades. Sorry, we need to think of it, and I will again come back on the Hormuz, the gateway. Please, Dr. Shivprasad,
Yeah. Now,
think of it
yeah, definitely.
that, you see, we cannot surrender to the greedy people of this globe.
Right.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm just trying to play. Unfortunately, it's not. I just saw this news, I mean, on the truth, where it is the Donald Trump just some time back. I am pleased to report that the United States of America and the country of Iran have had over the last 2 days very good and productive conversations regarding a complete and total resolution of our hostilities in the Middle East. Based on the tenor and tone of these in depth, detailed, and constructive conversations, which will continue throughout the week, I have instructed the Department of War to postpone any and all military strikes against Iranian power plants and energy infrastructure for a 5-day period, subject to the success of the ongoing meetings and discussions. Thank you for your attention to this matter, President Donald J. Trump. So we will welcome it. What will happen when these missiles are fired against each other? What will happen when oil refineries they are blown up and into flames? How the weather will turn bad in the West Asia, and we are not far away. Just trying to show some videos as usual. And
could have ended this war, and nobody's asking why. Ali Larijani, Iran's top security chief, the man who led the nuclear talks, the man who sat across the table from America and negotiated. Israel killed him. But here is what no one is telling you. Before this war started, a deal was on the table. Oman's foreign minister said a breakthrough had been reached. Iran agreed to give up enriched uranium. Full inspections. Peace was days away. Then the bomb started, and now the man who built that deal is dead. You do not kill a negotiator if you want negotiations. You kill a negotiator when you want the war to never end. They killed.
How bad it is. So we are trying to play. This is going to disturb our entire environment. మన వాతావరణాన్ని యుద్ధంతో ఏ విధంగా నాశనం చేస్తుంది.
But the truth is even deeper and more disturbing. If you see, India's extreme rainfall event have exploded by 75%, and with every 1 degree Celsius rise, the air traps 7% more moisture, which means the sky doesn't drizzle anymore. It dumps the entire week's rain in just few hours. Now here's where it actually gets uncomfortable. Let me give you the stat. Floods already make up to 67% of India's disaster losses, and it's only going to get bigger and bigger. The World Bank says this could become a $5 billion yearly loss cycle by 2030. And let me tell you that every time this happens, the insurance claims spike, emergency contracts get cleared, and infrastructure budgets expand overnight. Meanwhile, the funny part is Mumbai has quietly removed its own protection plan. Wetlands erased, drainage narrowed, and floodplains sold as luxury real estate. So when it pours, it's not just rain falling. Cities are built for floods. Disasters are being so normalized, and solutions are sold after the damage is done. And let me tell you, once the weather becomes a market, every flood is going to become profitable for someone else. You're thinking that Bill Gates is controlling the rain. But the truth is even deeper and more disturbing. If you see, India's extreme rainfall event have exploded by 75%, and with every 1 degree Celsius rise, the air traps 7% more moisture, which means the sky doesn't drizzle anymore. It dumps the entire week's rain in just few hours. Now here's where it actually gets uncomfortable. Let me give you the stats. Floods already make up to 67% of India's disaster losses, and it's only going to get bigger.
So we are just giving you a data as to what is happening, and because it is weather, वातावरणम ये विधंगा नाशनम అవుతుంది.
दिन के 10 बज रहे हैं, ये देखो मेरे गाड़ी में, बाइक में। दिन के 10 बजे इतना अंधेरा मैंने जीवन में आज तक कभी नहीं देखा। तो बारिश के ऊपर में बारिश इतना काला ये, तो भाई ये देखो दिन के 10 बज रहे हैं, ये देखो मेरे गाड़ी में।
So who is doing it? Why? But the weather is changing. That's what we are trying to show you. And I'll show you Elon Musk, as if this is not enough. Now let us listen to this.
The electricity of 85 million people. He just said it out loud, on camera, 48 hours. That is what he gave Iran. Open the strait or I obliterate your power plants, starting with the biggest one first. No water, no hospitals, no heat, no light. 85 million people in the dark. But here is what should terrify you even more. Iran said, if you touch our power, we will destroy every energy and water facility in Saudi Arabia, Qatar, the UAE, Kuwait, and Bahrain. That is not a threat. That is a promise from a country that has hit every target it promised to hit for 23 days straight. Two men are about to turn off the lights for half the Middle East, and your news is not even covering it. Comment awake if the world needs to see this right now. America is about to bomb the electricity of 85 million people. He just said it out loud, on camera, 48 hours. That is what he gave Iran. Open the strait or I obliterate your power plants.
So I'm just trying to show you what's happening around. Now you see the Elon Musk's, how they want to interfere with the patterns of meteorology.
शायद ही समझने के लिए आपको ये वीडियो 2 बार देखना पड़े। इलॉन मस्क ने ना कल अपनी एक नई फैक्ट्री टेराफैब का इनॉग्रेशन कर दिया है, और ना यहाँ पर वो इतनी चिप्स बनाने वाले हैं ना कि वो पृथ्वी पे यूज नहीं होंगी, वो यूज होंगी आसमान में, स्पेस में। इलॉन मस्क का अगर आइडिया सुनो वो दिमाग चकरा जाएगा। कह रहा जो इतनी सारी चिप्स बनेंगे ना, इन चिप्स को मैं आसमान में स्पेसएक्स थ्रू भेजूंगा, एंड साथ में जाएंगे मेरे ऑप्टिमस रोबोट्स। ये भी जो इलॉन मस्क ही बना रहे हैं, और आसमान में मून पर या किसी एस्ट्रॉइड पे या किसी और जगह पे वहां जाके अपना जो ठिकाना लगाएंगे, फैक्ट्रीज बनाएंगे खुद से, और फैक्ट्रीज से और चिप्स बनेंगी, और चिप्स से ये और रोबोट्स और सैटेलाइट्स बनाएंगे। करते 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 ये इतना सारे यहाँ पे रोबोट्स और इतनी सैटेलाइट्स बन जाएंगी कि सन के आसपास एक स्वॉर्म बनाएंगे, जिसको कहते हैं डायसन स्वॉर्म। स्वॉर्म का मतलब पता क्या होता है? जैसे मधुमक्खियों का झुंड होता है ना, तो वो एकदम से आसपास फैल जाती हैं, ऐसे ही कहते हैं हम सैटेलाइट्स का इतना बड़ा एक झुंड बनाएंगे जो कि हमने आसमान में ही क्रिएट की होंगी। सन के आसपास एक पूरा स्वॉर्म बिछा देंगे, और स्वॉर्म बिछा देंगे तो सन की एनर्जी कैप्चर करेंगे। इतनी एनर्जी कैप्चर होने वाली है ना, कहते पृथ्वी पर जितनी एनर्जी चाहिए ना हमें, उसकी 20 करोड़ गुना ज्यादा एनर्जी हम कैप्चर करके पृथ्वी पे लेजर्स और माइक्रोवेव्स के थ्रू भेजेंगे। इलॉन कह रहे हैं करने में 50 साल के आसपास लगेंगे, लेकिन वो कह रहे हैं कि हम उससे पहुंच जाएंगे कार्दाशेव लेवल 2 सिविलाइजेशन। इसका मतलब पता क्या है? देखो, लेवल 1 का मतलब होता है ऐसी कोई सिविलाइजेशन, ऐसी कोई प्रजाति, ऐसी कोई मानव जाति जो कि अपने प्लैनेट की पूरी एनर्जी यूज कर सकती है। अभी तो हमने बहुत ही कम अपनी प्लैनेट की एनर्जी यूज कर पाते हैं। यहाँ पे जियोथर्मल, न्यूक्लियर, सोलर, विंड, कितनी सारी एनर्जीज हैं, हम बहुत कम यूज कर पाते हैं। एंड कहते हैं जब लेवल 1 के बाद आती है लेवल 2, जो कि उसके सन की, उसके स्टार की ऐसे पूरी एनर्जी ले सकती है, उसको लेवल 2 सिमुलेशन कहते हैं। देन लेवल 3 होती है जो कि पूरी गैलेक्सी की, जैसे मान लीजिए हमारी पृथ्वी मिल्की वे गैलेक्सी में अगर हम उसकी पूरी गैलेक्सी की एनर्जी ले पाएंगे तो ये लेवल 3 सिविलाइजेशन कहलाती है कार्दाशेव के स्केल में। लेवल 4 में आप पूरे यूनिवर्स की एनर्जी कैप्चर कर पाते हैं। लेवल 5 सिविलाइजेशन वो है जो कि मल्टीपल यूनिवर्सेस एग्जिस्ट करते हैं, उसकी एनर्जी ले पाती है। तो कहते हैं मैं चाहता हूं कि 50 वर्षों में हम कार्दाशेव लेवल 2 पे पहुंच जाएं, क्योंकि जो कार्दाशेव टाइप 2 पहुंचने का सिंपल एक कारण है कि हमें चाहिए मैत्रियोश का ब्रेन। मैत्रियोश का ब्रेन भी ऐसे ही डायसेंस फॉर्म के जैसे इमेजिन करो, छोटे छोटे कंप्यूटर्स लगे पड़े हैं, इतने सारे कंप्यूटर्स बिछे पड़े हैं जो कि इनफाइनाइट एनर्जी से पावर हो रहे हैं एंड इतना तेज दिमाग चलता है इनका कि पूरे ब्रह्मांड की कंप्यूटेशन कर सकते हैं। तो इलॉन ने कदम उठा लिया टेराफैब से डायसेंस फॉर्म बनाने का, डायसेंस फॉर्म से मैत्रियोश का ब्रेन। और ये मैत्रियोश का ब्रेन तो दोस्तों मुझे लगता है और कुछ नहीं है, भगवान ही तो है दोस्तों। इलॉन मस्क
See, what sort of nonsense is going on. So it is self-destructive. Now I'll show reasons, 8 reasons why sunlight is superfood as sent by Subba Rao garu. I think now it is better for you to explain what is this happening. Are we going to destroy our own existence by these so-called experiments? Environment, meteorological day, if you try to interfere with the normal process, with the nature, what is in store, sir? And Elon Musk's another experiment, which is going to destroy this entire. He wants to control. He wants to become a god. From there, he wants to release everything. Instead of we call sun god as per our Hindu mythology. We treat sun as a god. So the sun, 8 good uses of the sun on the earth and on the human beings, right from improving bone health to boosting mood. So please, now your comments.
No, it's all scary and shocking. The way the vested interest is moving on the name of philanthropy, scientific development, and everything. We started with hybridization of the agriculture, and today, somewhere, we also enjoyed the Hollywoods and Bollywoods double role movies. The characters with double roles.
With small
And today,
Machalaga.
please, చెప్పండి.
ఓ చిన్న మచ్చ పెట్టుకుంటే నన్ను
today-
గుర్తుపట్టలేదు కదా అని.
And today, we want to recreate that in the universal solar system. This is such a ridiculous thing, and I think all these crazy ideas have emerged on the kind of movies we see from the Hollywood, because they have moved away from the actuals, and they project themselves as if they do not have any earthly pleasures and earthly pains, and they only look towards the aliens for all kinds of problems and solutions.
Epstein files, extraterrestrial.
So it is, I do not know. I appeal to the, Indian Prime Minister that, he talks so much on Indian culture, Indian background, Indian, all that, Samskruti, Samskaran, all that, Indian mythology. It's time. It's not that, sun is worshipped here. Sun is also worshipped in several other countries. I remember mostly the Egypt, where
Yes.
and even the crocodiles are worshipped in Egypt. People, some people, the so-called elite people say, "Arey, you worship snakes." Then there are people on the earth who worship crocodiles. Man has, a different emotional attachments and relationship with the animal world, plant world, and everything. They are creating everything a duplicate. Bill Gates funded so much on the agriculture research also.
Yeah.
I think a lot of Indian genetic material is already trapped in the American labs. They talk all kinds of nonsense, but I have seen the neem plantations in Californian zone doing all kinds of experiments. And Houston, I was shocked actually when I went to, somebody told me, go and visit Houston Zoo. I tell all my Indian friends, they don't go because they have become Americans. They do not want to look into India. But they go there and do all Kuchipudi and Bharatnatyam to, show off them that they are part of this culture. Houston Zoo has the breed, Ongol breed cows as an exhibit. You know that?
Yes, sir.
Then the curator asked me, you came all the way to see this? Yes. This is the breed you people have kidnapped from my country. And you have Texas ranches with Brahmini cow, what they call it. The best part of it biologically is this is the only cow which has a voluntary action driving away the mosquitoes and other insects, sitting on its skin. No breed has that. Jersey does not have. అందుకే దున్నపోత్ అంటారు. దున్నపోత్ మీద వర్షం పడ్డా తెలియదు అన్నది జెర్సీ. We should understand the genetic strengths of our resources, not only the plant species, but also the animal species, but we are not respecting it.
Yeah.
We have just selling away. Selling కూడా కాదు. మనం వాళ్ళ కాళ్ళ మీద పడి దేవుడా నాకు కాలు మొక్కుతాను ఇప్పుడు పాత దొరలు పోయినారు, కొత్త తెల్ల దొరలు మళ్ళీ వచ్చారు. అంతకన్నా ఏం లేదు.
And
This
you
is
mean
a
to say
pathetic thing.
the sanity is lost. The sanity is lost in the
It's not
thinking of
lost. Today,
they are
you see,
becoming
one thing.
extraterrestrial. All those world Forbes list richest people, they are becoming extraterrestrial like Bill Gates and Elon Musk, and they are trying to do something which is going to disturb the nature, the natural functioning
Yes.
of the weather patterns, whether right from the water to the sun, the skies. Now, if they want to interfere
I
with the
rec-
sun, and if they want to destroy
yeah,
the water
I
resources,
request the Honorable Prime Minister, he uses National Security Act. He should raise a question in the United Nations on World Security Act.
yeah,
Where is the world security? We don't have any security. Any day, any war can break. Then while we are sitting and claiming ourselves as a democratic leaders,
yes,
raise your voice. Ask for world security. Today, through your channel, I appeal all the world leaders.
where is the world
They
security?
should come forward and make a big difference in the United Nations, asking for the world security,
They have no
regional
right.
security.
They have no right to plunder our resources. They have no right to go for war and disturb the ecosystem of the entire region, thereby affecting the entire world. And whether it is water, potable water to the breathe, fresh air which you breathe, and the food which you eat, they should all be fresh, not contaminated. That is what human existence is all about. And these so-called extraterrestrials like Bill Gates and Elon Musk, if they try to interfere with the functioning of the nature, the sun, and the water, and whatever it is, and the food, safe food, instead of lab prepared food, and everything is artificial in the name of artificial intelligence. So how do you look at this scenario on this World Meteorological Day, when governments do not understand what is happening with these extraterrestrials trying to disturb the nature and weather patterns, and how detrimental it will be for the human existence? And top of that, if the war happens in this way, the destruction, the chemicals which they release, and the amount of destruction, natural infrastructure, right from potable water, food, the fresh air for human existence, if all these are being disturbed, instead of nature, they are creating havoc. So, in one comment, how do you look at this? What should be the message on this World Meteorological Day?
On this World Meteorological Day, my message is to all the concerned citizens of the world and to the leaders. we must move towards ensuring World Security Act. See, no country has the right to spoil the boundaryless resources like the climate. Climate is an interchangeable across the globe. So I appeal through your channel that concerned citizens move and bring a lobby, a pressure lobby, asking for World Security Act, and it should be resolved and brought out, notified in the United Nations. Second thing, my appeal to the Honorable Prime Minister is, let's not sit and give slogans on Vasudhaika Kutumbam. Today, on this World Meteorological Day, we should move forward and ask for ensuring Sarve Jana Sukhino Bhavantu, Sarve Lokan Sukhino Bhavantu. We are not looking for this. Okay? It is time. How do we take this? How do we build the four principles of uniting the people, sense of belongingness? We talked too much in the 92s at the Earth Summit. We all belong to one planet, one family, one future, all that. Today, what happened? This is you are entering into the everybody's backyard and plundering the resources? No, we cannot tolerate this. My dear Honorable Prime Minister, you have, expressed the concerns. You have exhibited the leadership at the international arenas. Now it's time for you to exhibit your knowledge, commitment, and the leadership at the global level, asking for true Vasudhaika Kutumbam World Security Act. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah, this is for today. These crazy experiments by the extraterrestrial, the world reach should be stopped, because that is going to interfere with the nature and the natural functioning, the symbiosis with the nature and human beings. So the governments across the globe have a duty to go to the United Nations, and they have to raise the World Security Act, through which the world resources can be saved, conserved, not just for the present, but for the future also. For the sake of few 1 or 2% billionaires, should the entire world sacrifice their right to fresh air, potable water, and less pollutant, I mean, fresh food, or the agriculture which is natural without this hybridization of seeds or chemicalization of agriculture, such products, such food, is it not the right of every human being? When such is being interfered, don't you think these governments should have a world order in place, not to allow even the whimsical, fanciful wars as is happening in the West Asia, which is going to destroy all the infrastructure, raise the temperatures, and it is going to have an impact on day-to-day necessities of every human being, not just in this region, but the world apart, only making the richest and those close to the governments to survive. What about the 99% of the people or citizens across the world? Sir, please.
Yeah. Only one statement I thought.
Yep.
The government should withdraw in thinking of privatizing the forest areas conservation to privatization.
Yes. All the
Okay?
privatization
It
should go on.
belongs to everybody. It belongs to all living creatures on the earth.
Done. Done. So
Okay?
Article
Thank
31
you, sir. Thank you, Prasad.
Yeah, Article 31 clearly implies that all resources belong to every human being, come whatever may. And it should not be at the fancy of one political party in power or the other. Across the globe, the same should be. So citizens, you wake up. My number is 9440465339. Anyone differing with our show, you are most welcome. I will connect from wherever you are, as the show runs as per rule of law, Constitution, invoking Evidential Act, with no enmity against individuals, nor animosity against any parties or organizations. It is our life and we have to take care of it. Let us understand and save this weather environment today by observing and not just silently sitting, by raising our voice if something bad is happening, something unnatural is happening, so that we can preserve and conserve it for our own kith and kin, for our families to survive tomorrow, in the future. So become selfish and save this mother planet Earth. Thank you very much, sir. Do support DRTSPR channels, citizens DRTSPR channels, and environment people DRTSPR channels. They are all in larger public interest only. Jai Telangana and Jai Hind.